Azerbaijan is working towards introducing a beneficial ownership disclosure regime for companies operating in the extractive sector. So, what is beneficial ownership transparency? Beneficial ownership transparency is about knowing who really owns companies, the ultimate owners behind the company. It means disclosing the people who really benefit from these companies. Beneficial ownership transparency plays an important role in improving the integrity of the business environment for the extractive industries. It allows companies to know who they are doing business with, who they are competing with, and generally creating a more open business environment. Beneficial ownership disclosure also plays an important role for government in combating corruption, money laundering, and other illicit financial flows. The drive towards beneficial ownership disclosure at an international level started with a desire to detect and prevent financial crimes, but recognition is growing of the wider advantages to the investment environment. A beneficial ownership transparency regime can also require specific disclosures by people in position of political influence, known as politically exposed persons. There's a growing international trend towards disclosing the real owners of companies. Countries like Denmark, Ukraine, and the UK have already established public registers, and all EU member states are required to do so by 2020. A host of other countries are also moving in this direction. Azerbaijan supports transparency in the extractive industry as evidenced by the roadmap for beneficial ownership disclosure in the extractive industries of Azerbaijan and relevant presidential decree on additional measures for increasing transparency and reporting in the extractive industry. The work on Azerbaijan's beneficial ownership disclosure regime is underway. The current phase is about agreeing a framework of scope and definitions and necessary legislative changes. This involves what companies need to disclose their owners, how to define a beneficial owner, and what information needs to be collected and disclosed. Our reports and other project materials are available on State Oil Fund's website, www.oilfund.az, or can be obtained through the email address appearing at the end of this video. In the course of building a beneficial ownership disclosure regime, 2 consultations with stakeholders will take place. The first exercise will consult stakeholders on the proposed definition for beneficial ownership. The second exercise will focus on the proposed legislative amendments to implement a beneficial ownership disclosure regime. Whichever way you choose to get involved, the important thing is that you do. This consultation process is the opportunity for those interested in or potentially impacted by beneficial ownership transparency to make their views known. Together, we can help ensure that the extractive sector benefits everyone, and that Azerbaijan benefits from having a more attractive and open business environment.